Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Carol Channing.
Well, if I said the same thing you did, we'd both be in trouble.
Why's that? Don't do that to us.
No, I'll find her.
I'm here.
Oh, she's there. See that?
I heard the phone ring.
Well, you heard the phone ring and you were expecting his phone call. That's why.
I was expecting it. Is this Shaun?
It is. It's Shaun and Mark's here. Is that Carol?
Yes, it's Carol. Now, Shaun, everybody asks you the same thing first thing. How do you pronounce your last name?
You know, you pronounce it. Thank you for asking. You pronounce it Proulx.
Proulx.
That's right.
Just Proulx.
Just Proulx. I know. It looks more complicated, doesn't it?
Because there's an X there somewhere and
Yeah.
an L.
There is an L and an X. And you know what? Growing up with a name like that as a little boy was painful.
You what? When you were a little boy, what did you do?
It was painful growing up with a name like that because no one could mispronounce it. No one could pronounce it properly, and so you grow up embarrassed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, dear.
Hey,
Now, am I clear? Am I where you want me?
You sound fantastic today.
you sound great.
Shaun.
And
Thank you. Now, Proulx.
Proulx.
That's all. Pay no attention to the DF, to the LX.
That's right.
That's right.
Actually, before we get started with the actual interview, we were hoping you could say a little line for us. Would that be all right?
Sure.
All right.
I'd be glad to.
Sure. And it would just be something simple like, "Hi, it's Carol Channing, and you're listening to the Shaun Proulx Show on Proud FM."
All right.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
On wait a minute. What if?
On Proud FM.
Proud FM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'm Carol. Carol Channing? Yeah. And you are listening to Shaun Proulx, the Shaun Proulx Show on Proud FM.
I love you.
No, I'm sorry I left out the D.
Oh, that's fine.
That sounded so great.
Sounded really good.
It's all right? Okay.
All right. I think we'll get started.
All right. How do we have, Shaun?
We've got about 5-6 minutes, Carol.
Oh, is that all?
Yes.
Okay, then I got to get in what I want.
You got to get in what you want. Okay,
Yes.
but we'll stretch it out. It'll be great.
Now, wait. Can I go into the office and get...
No.
Harry?
No, Carol, if you do that, then the phones will jam off.
Oh, I see. I understand. Okay.
You haven't got that
Harry,
much time,
what's our new phrase? That I've got to get it. And that is, we're not trying to save the arts. We're trying to save our children.
No. We're not trying to save the arts. We're trying to use the arts to save
our children. That's what it is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay, Shaun, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to start with a little opening, Carol, and then we'll be right there, okay?
Yes.
103.9 Proud FM and the Shaun Proulx Show. Well, this is one reason why I love my job. We get to talk to a legend right now. She gave Clint Eastwood his first on-screen kiss. She was acclaimed in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. She's won 3 Tony Awards, including one for her legendary portrayal of Dolly in Hello, Dolly. I want to welcome warmly to the show the one and only Carol Channing. Hi, Carol.
Oh, thank you. Oh, what a grand introduction. Thank you, Shaun.
Well, you know, I have no problem doing that because it is someone of your stature, and it's lovely to speak with you today after such an acclaimed career that you've had. Thank you for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Now, I understand that, and I don't know whether a lot of people know this or not, but you are doing something that's near and dear to my heart. You are calling for a focus on arts in education, and I just love that.
That's right. We've got to get it in, Shaun. I didn't realize it myself, and nobody else seems to know it. But the arts. See, our new slogan is, we're not trying to save the arts. We're trying to use the arts to save our children.
I understand.
That saves the children. They're all dropping out of school. Do you know how many dropouts we have, and how many pregnancies, and how many drug addicts and whatnot? And that's because they're not using the wonderful thing that you and I got to use when we were in school, and that's the arts.
Carol, we talk about that all the time here on the show, and I remember something that you said, and I wrote it down here. You said if children were exposed to art the way we used to be, they wouldn't have a problem with drugs because drugs aren't as exhilarating as art. And I know what you mean.
That's right. It's absolutely true. Absolutely. And I remember, boy, weren't we fortunate, though, that we knew that? We knew doggone, and whatever, it doesn't matter what art. It just doesn't matter. But I remember skipping grades, and I'm not smart. You know what I mean?
Carol,
I mean, I'm not one of those smart children. That
yeah, you're not fooling anyone. You aren't stupid either. I heard you say once that you actually didn't go to church very much because you're too busy creating every day. You use every day as a day to create.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, when did I ever say such a profound thing?
It was pretty profound. I've been reading some interviews in advance of this. We've been doing our research here on the show.
Oh, well, anyway, I am so grateful to you and your Proud FM. I'm really grateful because you've been my friends always.
Well,
yeah. And now I want to give to. We've got to. You know what? Teachers tell me they've fired all the art teachers. You know, in the public schools. We don't care about the private schools. They have their own art teachers. Yeah. It's public schools, and that's why the dropouts. And that's why, you know, this is like, really, it's dangerous, very dangerous. I mean, I hear that Obama just said we have to have. How did he put that? We've got to have more scientists, more mathematicians. No, there is no mathematics without knowing what the arts are.
Absolutely.
There isn't. There's no science. Like, I've got to tell you, I was reading Einstein's book. It's about Einstein, and his very closest friend wrote it, or he was with him all his life, and he said, he said, no, I'm not smarter than my fellow physicists. What happened to me is, see, he used to stay in his laboratory 14 days without sleep or anything. He couldn't stand it. He was just getting close to it. And he said, suddenly I sensed the universal harmony of, the universal harmony of the universe. That is, what is that phrase? Anyway, Harry, do you remember what Einstein said?
Harry, I'm her husband. And what Einstein said was that the theory of relativity...
Yeah, theory of relativity...
Great, but the Mona Lisa...
Oh, I love that one. Oh, I've got it. Thank you, Harry. The theory of relativity, he said... he said something about importance. Now, wait a minute.